Watch out for this. The future of the Commanders is hanging by a thread, and the news couldn't be more urgent. Two players are in the spotlight, and we're not talking about just anyone. These are key positions that could fill critical gaps on both sides of the line. But that's not all. There's more. A wild card is about to return to Washington's defense. A rookie who made noise in the preseason is now on a countdown to return after an injury. His comeback could be what elevates this defense to the next level. But the team is playing with fire. If they rush him back, it could cost them big. And finally, the good news keeps rolling in. Two key pieces could be back this week. One of Washington's backup quarterbacks and an explosive running back are close to making their return. The signs are looking good, but will they be at 100% for the next game? We'll find out in just a few minutes. What's up, Commanders family? I'm here with the news everyone's buzzing about today. We all know this team has surprised everyone with a 3-1 start, and that's in what many thought would be a rebuilding year. But let's be real, despite the solid record, there are still gaps to fill, especially in the trenches. Now, let me ask you this. Why aren't we talking more about the available free agents? Because listen up, there are two names that should absolutely be on Washington's radar. And trust me, we could see a major impact if the team takes action. First up is Magee Sanders. Yeah, that's Sanders, the same guy drafted 100th overall in 2022. I know his career hasn't been all that impressive, I'll admit, but let me tell you this. This guy would fit perfectly with what Dan Quinn is trying to do on defense. You want versatility? Sanders has it. He can attack from anywhere on the defensive line. And guess what? If he can stay healthy, and that's a big if, he could bring a lot to this defense that thrives on pressuring the quarterback. And now what? Some of you might say, but Sanders hasn't done much yet. True, he's had his issues with injuries. He only played 7 games last season with the Texans. But look, this defensive scheme could be the chance he needs to revive his career. And if Dante Fowler Jr. continues to struggle, that's one more reason to give Sanders a shot. Let's move on to the second name. Gabe Jackson, a 33-year-old veteran nearing the end of his career. I know, but here's the thing. This guy brings experience. Have you noticed how the interior of our offensive line is improving? Let me tell you this. That line is holding up because we brought in tough, seasoned guys like Nick Allegretti and Sam Cosmi. And what happens if one of them goes down with an injury? Well, that's where Jackson comes in. Jackson has played 132 games in his career, can play both left and right guard, and more importantly, he could be the depth piece we need. Because let me tell you something. If Allegretti keeps dealing with that ankle injury he picked up last week against the Cardinals, having someone like Jackson ready to step in would be crucial to keep our run game firing like it has been. Check it out. Check it out. What's happening with the Washington Commanders? Who would have thought we'd be talking about a team on a 3-game winning streak after that rough start against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? Nobody, right? But here we are. And let me tell you, these Commanders under Dan Quinn are making waves in the NFL. Now, how about this? We've all been talking about how this team has turned things around, the wins, the hype, but here comes the kicker. They still have a trump card up their sleeve. Yeah, folks, because rookie Jordan Magee, who wowed everyone in the preseason, is ready to make his comeback. The dude was on fire before getting hurt, but now his 21-day practice window is opening up. And let me tell you, this kid is going to be a huge surprise for opponents when he gets back. But hold up, we can't just throw him out there immediately. Nobody wants to risk more injuries. I'm asking you, what would you do? Magee's chomping at the bit, ready to contribute. But should we risk it now? In my opinion, Quinn and his crew are handling it just right, taking their time. We've got Bobby Wagner and Frankie Louvu dominating that second defensive line. These two have been unstoppable. In that game against the Arizona Cardinals, they set the tone and led the defensive comeback. So with those two, we can afford to let Magee ease back in. But don't get me wrong, Magee has all the tools to succeed. The energy, the power, the skill, it's all there. If he can get back to the level he showed in the preseason, this team is going to be even more dangerous. Just imagine a defensive system where we can rotate Magee, Wagner, and Louvu. What team can handle that? The truth is, the NFL won't know what hit them when Magee steps onto the field because this kid is pure dynamite. But here's my main point, and I hope you're paying attention. Washington is building something special. A lot of that is coming from their draft. Adam Peters' first draft is paying off. Have you seen Jaden Daniels? He's a superstar. And what about Brandon Coleman? He looks like a long-term left tackle, sharing reps with Cornelius Lucas. And let's not forget names like Luke McCaffrey, Johnny Newton, and even the 7th-round pick, Javonte Jean-Baptiste. They're all contributing. That's what it takes to build a winning team in the NFL. Now, I'm asking you this, and I want to hear your thoughts in the comments. Do you agree that they should take it slow with Magee, or do you think they should let him loose right away? I say we need to be smart about this. The NFL is a marathon, not a sprint. But what do you think? And don't forget, folks, this team is rising fast. The energy is coming back to the fan base, and the locker room is stronger than ever. If Magee can get back to that spectacular form he showed in the summer, this will just be another weapon in Joe Witt Jr.'s arsenal to shred opposing offenses. Hey, Commanders Nation, are you ready for the latest updates? Because I've got one that's going to have you thinking. Let's get right to the important stuff. Marcus Mariota. Yes, you heard that right. Our backup QB is back at practice after being on the injured list with a pectoral strain. Now I'm asking you, what does this mean for the Commanders? Because I believe his return is much more than just having a veteran on the bench. Mariota has been key, not just on the field, but in developing our rookie Jaden Daniels. And if you're a true fan, you know having someone like Mariota to guide a young guy like Daniels is priceless. But wait, there's more. Our star running back Austin Eckler is also showing signs of life. He's coming off a concussion, and according to Coach Dan Quinn, he's on track to return for Week 5. Can you believe it? I'm telling you this. If Eckler comes back, we're talking about a game-changing weapon for us. His versatility as a runner and receiver adds an extra dimension to our offense. So, tell me, family, is this the boost we need to keep dominating after an incredible start of 3-1? Let's be real. Mariota is there not just to throw the ball, but to be that mentor that Jaden Daniels needs. A rookie who's shown flashes of brilliance, but like all newbies, has had his ups and downs. So, having Mariota as backup not only gives the team security, but also strengthens the leadership in the locker room. I'm telling you, even if many don't see it, Mariota's role goes way beyond what happens on the field. And now I'm asking you, do you think Mariota should have more of a spotlight on the team, or are you comfortable with Jaden Daniels leading the offense? And don't get me started on Eckler. This guy is a beast. If he returns in top form, our offense is going to take a massive leap. Eckler's injury has been a hit to the running game, and his return could be just what we need to balance our attack. But what do you think? Will Eckler get back to his peak level, or should we be more cautious with his health, especially with concussion protocols in play? Now, family, think about this. We're coming off a start that nobody expected. 3-1. And just when it seems like we might lose a little momentum, these two crucial players could come back just in time for Week 5. I'm telling you, if everything goes well, we could be talking about a historic season. But what if they don't return at their best? That's the big question, and now I'm asking, do you think this team has enough depth to stay strong without relying on Mariota and Eckler? Or are we overloading our starters? Now let me ask you, loyal fans, should we really give Sanders and Jackson a fair shot this season? I truly believe that with the right pieces in place, these guys could be the key to taking the Commanders from being a decent team to one that seriously competes in the playoffs. But if we don't take the chance now, when are we going to do it? So I want to hear from you all. What do you think? Should Washington keep playing the long game, or is it time to get Magee back on the field? I want to know all your thoughts, so don't hold back. Lastly, I want you to drop your thoughts in the comments. How much of an impact do you think Mariota and Eckler's return will have on our playoff hopes? Your opinions are crucial to this convo. Here's my pitch. One video a day with the hottest news on the Washington Commanders. I invite you to join this community, which is more than just a channel. It's a family. So don't forget to subscribe, leave your comments, and be part of this amazing family. And remember, hail to the Redskins.